Hello everybody and welcome back to Dr. Ghost Games. If y'all are new to the channel, welcome. I am Dr. Ghost and I make content for the game World of Warships Legends. Today we're going to be doing our first impressions of the Tier VIII Premium, not Italian, but French Battleship, the Republique. Now this ship you guys can get right now in the campaign. Through the Admiralty backing right now. You guys have to get, of course, to level 100 in the campaign in order to unlock the ship, or you could just buy it outright. Now you guys got about another week or so to get this ship, so keep that in mind. But yeah, so in this video we're going to be going over the Republique. We're going to go over all the stuff on it. We're going to basically talk about the ship. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, if it's good or not, if it's bad or not. We're going to go over the commander build, what modifications I have on, etc. So this whole video is going to be kind of just about the Republique. Now this is a first impressions video, which means the match is not necessarily going to be like the most crazy game in the world. I'm not going to have a super high amount of damage because this match is the very first game I recorded. It's the very first game I played in the Republique. So just keep that in mind. It's not going to be like a crazy game, so don't come into this video expecting a super entertaining match. We're just going to keep this video kind of, you know, short and brief. We're going to talk about what the Republique's about, and so far what I think about it. That's about it, guys. This, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more videos down the line in the Republique once I get some better games recorded for you. But I wanted to get a video out as soon as possible for you guys in the Republique to give you just a quick first impressions, you know, over the ship. Now, enough talking about all that. Let's go ahead and put the commander build up on the screen for you guys right about now. So yeah, we have Azur Lane Dunkirk here. Flammable Cannoneer, Frontal Fire, Marksmanship, Master Mechanic, and Fight Fire with Fire. She is a Legendary 2, level 15. Now, the one thing I want to point out real quick is Frontal Fire. Frontal Fire is a very powerful perk to have. Basically, at any point, if I have, for example, HE loaded, I can instantly swap to AP. Listen to what I just said. If I have HE loaded, I can instantly swap to AP, vice versa. So it's a very unique ability to have, and you guys will see it a few times in the gameplay. Now we're going to take away the commander build, and we're going to put up the commander inspirations that I have on Azur Lane Dunkirk right about now. So we have Franz von Hipper, Elbow Room, increases secondary battery range by about 15%, and we also have Paulo de Revel, time is of the essence, quicken the reload time of your battleship's main guns by about 6%. Yeah, I always run Paulo de Revel on most of my battleships. It's just a nice perk to have. That extra reload can come in handy quite a bit. Now we just took away the commander inspirations because we are going to talk about what the Republique is all about. Now the Republique, the gun caliber of this thing, it's about 17-inch guns. They are big ass, pardon my language, but they are big ass French big ol' freaking guns. These things absolutely hit like trucks if you guys can actually set up for them right. If you get broadsides, that's what this thing is going to easily clap. The Republique is all about getting them crossfires, getting those broadsides. The Republique is really not meant to be taking the hits. You want to be at range, using that 32mm of armor. Try to ricochet those bigger size caliber guns. Now, if you're at any point starting to get HE spammed, you need to get the hell out of there. HE will absolutely plaster the Republique. And when I mean plaster, I mean it will absolutely rip the ever-living shit out of this thing. So you need to not be taking fire in this ship. You don't have a lot of hit points. You only have 76,000 hit points. So trying to limit the amount of people who can shoot you is very important in the Republique. Now the guns on this thing is where this thing shines. The guns, as I've said, 17-inch guns. The range I have on about is 19 kilometers. And now the one thing that this thing struggles with is its dispersion. It is kind of iffy at times, but the one thing that it does have is very good horizontal dispersion. That's why I always say you need to be clapping people who are broadside, because that horizontal dispersion will actually help you in a lot of the situations, because when it's horizontal, it's going to spread out more, which means you're going to be able to eat those broadside targets up for breakfast. It's really decent. Now, here's an example of it. Perfect horizontal dispersion there. We absolutely smacked the crap out of that Republique, bringing our damage up to 70,000. And I'm still kind of getting used to the guns, getting used to like how how the firing trajectories are and everything. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind. This is my very first game in the Republique, so nothing too spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. Now, one thing I want to point out, the AP is pretty good, obviously, but the HE on this thing, oh my god, the HE is godly on this thing. You guys will notice in the gameplay that I realize this pretty quick, and I am just spamming HE. The 20-second reload and the HE on this thing, combine that, it is freaking nasty. The HE, I think the fire chance is something absurd. I don't remember off the top of my head. Someone could probably tell me in the comments below. But the HE fire chance on this freaking thing is out of this world. And the accuracy, it's not the worst either. Like, you got to keep that in mind. I've had some pretty good dispersion and accuracy this game so far. So, it does help there. Now, if you get angled targets, use that HE. The HE is fantastic on this thing. I don't know why, but it just is. The HE absolutely smacks the crap out of people. But like I said, if you get broadsides, don't forget to switch over to that AP. And going back to what I just said about, you know, switching over to AP, remember, if you have Azerline Dunkirk, you have frontal fire, and that ability will allow you to basically instantly swap over from AP to HE, vice versa. At any point, if you need to switch over shells, you can do it with the snap of a finger. It's such a really, really useful ability to have. On the French ships, and I really do like Azerline Dunkirk. I'm kind of glad I got her out of a crate a long time ago. As you guys are probably aware, I don't use a lot of the Azerline commanders just because I don't buy them. I don't have a lot of them, and the only ones that I do have are the ones I get out of crates for free. So luckily I have Azerline Dunkirk, and I think Azerline Dunkirk is the way to go on this thing. So far, it just seems to be working a dream for me. By the way, there's our very first kill in the Republique off the bow-tanking Alabama. We absolutely plastered him with that HE and showed him what was up, and down he goes. We're up to 88,000 damage. Now, one thing I figured out, this thing is super big. It's very long, that's what she said, and it's a very large ship, so you need to be very, very careful. You don't have very good maneuverability. You have very good speed, but you're not very maneuverable, so you need to keep an eye on the minimap. Positioning is very, very important in this thing, because if you get yourself into a situation, you're not really going to be able to get out of it very easily. You're a very, very big ship. You're very long. You're very immaneuverable. Torpedoes will eat you alive. HE will rip you alive. So you really need to be worrying about your positioning. Using that beautiful range to your advantage, I think, is what you're gonna, need to be doing in your Republique. Using range, kiting out like I've been doing the majority of the game. And when you have the opportunity to push in, you can push in. But as soon as you start taking a lot of damage, you need to turn away. Essentially, guys, what I'm trying to say is you do not want to be the center of attention in the Republique. You want to kind of be the guy that's behind your teammates, kind of just, sailing behind them and providing fire support. Because this thing, it does not do well when you're the center of attention. You will get absolutely ripped up. The armor's pretty good. You got 32 millimeters, but against HE and bigger shells in your superstructure, this thing does have a lot of superstructure. You will get absolutely ripped apart. So just keep that in mind. Now, what else should I talk about with this thing? Now, the speed, very good. Most French ships have very good speed. You can get up to about 32, 33, almost 34 knots. You guys could maybe build for a speed build. Who knows? And the secondary batteries on this thing are surprisingly good. 7-kilometer range on my build, obviously, because I have Franz von Hipper, so I get the secondaries increased a little bit, so that helps too. And this thing does have a lot of secondaries, so if people do decide to close the distance on you, you can absolutely smack the crap out of them with those secondaries. Now, one more thing I want to talk about real fast. I need to go over the modifications I have on here. So we have aiming systems mod, we have propulsion mod, we have, I believe, concealment systems mod, and we have main battery mod. So those are the modifications I have on here. If you guys want to completely copy my build, you guys can go for it. But yeah, guys, that's about it. There's really nothing else to talk about with this thing. That is literally the end of this match. All I'm doing basically now is just sailing. So what we're going to do here is we are going to fast forward to the end of the video where the match results are. So everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Alrighty, so here we are at the end of the video. 103,000 damage, third on the leaderboard with 1,700 base XP. But yeah, I hope you all did like it. If you guys did, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff helps out very much. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this far. Have a great rest of your day. And, yeah, maybe if I get another good match in the Republique, who knows, you guys might see some more Republique action in the future, which I'm sure you guys will. So anyways, have a great rest of your day. And as always, peace out, stay healthy.